Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our sport channel on Urine to Elevate. We'll be giving you the insights in sport and the big headlines across all papers. Yesterday, Kylian Mbappe rejected a world record fee of 700 million euro from Al Hilal, Saudi Arabian league. Morocco gets hammered 6-0 from the world champion German on their first appearance on the world best stage of football. Osimhen demand 8 billion naira to stay at Napoli. Napoli opened door for Osimhen to move to PSG. Harry Kane plead to Tottenham to hear him out that he wants to leave and to respect his decision. Bellingham is a complete midfielder, says Carlos Ancelotti. Today we'll be talking more on the headlines. Welcome, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. That your name, you know, there's one studio you normally give to me then when we were playing football. Then
It's Big B.
Big B, that's BB boy, man. You're a very nice player. So what do you have today?
Okay, good morning, sir. Kylian Mbappe rejected a world record fee of 700 million euro yearly and 30 million weekly from Al Hilal and decided to sit on the bench for PSG.
Wow. We are talking about trillion upon trillions of naira when you convert it to Nigerian currency.
Yeah, that's around 610 billion.
10 billion.
Yeah.
You should not blame that young man. Every player has what you call his dream club. Yes, most of these players have made money, they have gotten money, they have gotten whatever it takes. The money is there, the weight is everything. The popularity is here, but most of them they are not even after the money anymore. If Kylian Mbappe is after the money, I believe he will have moved to a place like what? Saudi Arabia.
We all believe he's not after the money, but with 700 million euro, I don't think there's anybody on earth that will reject that.
Yes, my brother. There's no anybody on earth cannot reject such money. Now, why is he rejecting that? It was his club that just agreed with the so-called Al Hilal. But somebody like Mbappe said he's not going. He rather stay on bed. Do you know why? He has an eye. He's watching Madrid. That is his dream move. He wants to play for Madrid.
Then Al Hilal is offering him that once he just come, he's just to play for 1 year and they will release him for free.
That's one thing. Yes, I know. There's going to be what we call a contract between him and Al Hilal. That after he might have signed for 1 year, after the subsequent year, he have to move to Madrid. But I want you to, there's something I want you to understand here is that most of these European teams, or most of these Middle East team like Saudi Arabia, they could be somehow calling. Are you getting me? Before you know what is happening, they can deal with you directly or indirectly. There was nothing like an agreement that was put in place like that. Yes, I know. Why signing the contract? There's going to be an agreement that somebody like Mbappe sign an agreement between them that after 1 year he has every right to move to his dream club, that is Madrid. But I will advise him, let him do his mathematics very well. Now, when you look at European football, that's something that young man is aiming for. Champions League is number one, to make him a complete player. Mbappe is not yet a complete player. Now, when he has World Cup, he has won so many leagues in France. But what is remaining is that Champions League, European football. He doesn't have it. For him to have moved, for him to decide to move to a place like Saudi Arabia, his network, what am I call? How do you put it? It might go down. Are you getting me? His ratio might even go down. But when you look at European football now, what is happening in European football? We don't have much player that can contest for that world best. You only have people like Vinicius Junior there. Are you getting me? You have people like Haaland is there. You have people like Debunking is there. Now,
Saka for Arsenal.
Forget about that. Saka for Arsenal. We are talking about player. We are talking about player that could be in, as in that could compete from as in for what that world best. So when you look at this European, most of these important players have left Europe. They have gone down to Saudi Arabia. Now, that young man is looking at two things are missing in my cabinet. I don't have what Champions League. Are you getting me? And any European award is not there with me. Something like World Best. He only got that as a young player, the best young European player some years back. Are you getting me? I believe and I hope when you look at somebody like Mbappe does not want to go to Saudi Arabia. If he's wanted to go, Saudi Arabia have offered him anything on earth that is offerable. But look at him, he doesn't want to move. It was his club that's even having the agreement that he should move. Are you getting me? Because they needed that money. I will advise Mbappe, let him go to his dream club, because European football, no much players on European football, that world base is quite open for him.
To my knowledge, the people around the world are saying Mbappe wants to punish PSG. That Mbappe wants to only punish PSG for not accepting Al Hilal's deal, because the internal stuff is maybe PSG are not treating him well. Because I don't know why PSG should drop him for the summer preseason game in US. So he's only trying to get back to PSG, because PSG are finding all means just to let him go, to get the money back.
Now, you see, you have to blame the young man. The young man have come of age. The young man have come of age.
But they have gotten the best deal for him. Even
if they have gotten the best deal, he is the one that wants to play. He wanted to go to Madrid. They broke his chances of going to Madrid. Have you forgotten that? Because you know the best deal from Mbappe? We are talking about a player that wants to move to a particular club. You said he is not going to move because you said he's not going to move because of what? You have him at heart in your club. Now the young man have said that he wants to move. The young man said he doesn't want to move. He wants to move him over to a place like Saudi Arabia. He said no. Do you have to blame him? No. So I believe they should find a way out. Mbappe is not trying to punish anybody. They are the one that punish him. Mbappe should have been a Madrid player 2 to 3 seasons ago, but he decided to stay because of the respect he has for the club. So the two parties should be able to foster an agreement between both of them.
Going forward, Victor Osimhen demand 8 billion naira just to stay at Napoli. Now Napoli has opened the door for PSG to bring in their offer. Do you think it's right for Osimhen to give Napoli what he wants to receive, considering that Napoli gave him the platform to showcase more of his talent?
Have you forgotten the fact that most of this club, even if they did, yes, they are giving him the platform for him to showcase his talent for the whole world to have seen him? You ask yourself the same question again. What if when he was signed from Lille at a roughly 70 something, one of the most expensive African player, what if he was signed from Lille and he came to Napoli and he became a flop? Are we going to stay here or stand here and also say the same thing? This guy has given you what you want. He has helped you for 33 years. There's something as conditor. Is that what he's calling there? There was something like that. Premier League was not as in Serie A was not achievable by the so-called Napoli team. This young man came. He gave you about 33 goals in one season, 5 goals in Champions League. What do you want from him again? He has given you whatever you want. You still ask yourself, back to another question. What if this guy become a flop when he came? Do you think this wouldn't have disgraced him enough? So this guy has given you whatever you want. Okay, if you are really sensitive enough, a lot of money have come in. A lot of money has come in. Offer have come in for you. Allow this young man to move. Now the same money we are talking about, you said you do not want him to go, and he has every right to give you an offer, because this young man has what we call an agent. Definitely, you have to sit down with an agent, analyze whatever good is made for him. If he really wants to leave, fine. Now, for PSG to have been making this kind of offer for somebody like Mbappe, it means that the door is quite open. Mbappe is going to leave PSG, whether you like it or not, this summer. And a very top and a classical player needed to be put in place to replace that young man called Mbappe.
So what's your advice for Victor Osimhen?
Let him analyze himself. My advice for him is that I'm not there with him. And I don't know, I have never been to Europe. He knows what it takes. He knows whatever analysis you needed to put in place. He knows where is best suited for him. Thank God. If you are talking about France, he has been in France. He conquered France.
Yes.
He scored about 13 goals in France, in Lille. Are you getting me? He scored about 13 goals in France. Are you getting me? Before he was signed to Napoli. I do not blame him. He knows what we call the League One football very well. So they should be able to allow him to move. My best of, if it were someone that is coming to League One as a new player, you will be able to ask him that so many factors will be an effect on him. Maybe the weather, maybe the food. But this guy is used to France. Let him move. Because as long as he did not move, see, these white people, they know how to corner these black boys. What happened to most of these black players? Somebody like Mane, upon how good he was at Liverpool, he did everything. If Mane was to be a white man, Mane would have been given a world best today. But what happened to Mane? They chastised him, they chased him out of Liverpool. Today, Mane is nowhere to be found. Are you getting me? The same Mane that moved to Bayern now is moving down to Saudi Arabia after taking. I will advise this young man, let him make a move. He has achieved everything achievable in what? In Serie A. Let him move. Thank you very much.
Okay. Coming back down to the FIFA World Cup, the female FIFA World Cup, Germany hammers Morocco 6-0 on their World Cup opener. Their first time appearance in the World Cup, in the Women's World Cup, they were hammered by Germany by 6-0. Well, do you think they have what it takes to overturn the tie in the last two group stage match for them?
First and foremost, you even ask yourself, even in the Vietnam Premier Division, we have there's a team we call Honor or Tenor. These are one of the top club they have there over there. And I think Kalang, there's a team called Kalang there. Now, you do not expect a lonely country like that who barely appeared for the first time in the World Cup. World Cup is not a platform where you go in and experiment your players. Germany, right from day one, Germany have never missed World Cup. You know that. Yes. Germany, we have one of the best players there.
They are yet to miss their opener self.
They have never. Germany is one of the best teams ever. Even them and Brazil, they have appeared on a regular basis in this World Cup. You know, this is a club that has that their league is well organized. This Vietnam, how many leagues? Even their female league, their male league is not even organized. Talking of their male league, they were opportune to be there. So what are you expecting from such individual? Even that 6-0 to me is a very poor outing from Germany. Having people like Alexandra Pop, one of the best players in the female football. If you know Alexandra Pop, she's a very nice player. So Vietnam, how many Vietnam 6-0 is even as little comparable to what I think I'm expecting like 20-0. Because who is Vietnam? Yes, but I know this is a tournament. So I am expecting, you look at the people that are in the same group with them, I can't remember the remaining people that are in the same group with them. I don't think they have every chances of making it. Let them just look at it as if they just came in for a fun, and it has been written all over them that this is the first time they have come out under the outing. They came out and they express the spirit of being in Australia as one of the first time.
Okay, I think the experience will tell for them. The next World Cup is very different. Yes. Talking about the African nation in the female World Cup, Nigeria has only been the team to come out with a draw, which is just a point against Canada. Zambia was beaten by Japan by 5-0, while South Africa was hammered by Sweden 2-1. Then Morocco yesterday 6 goals. Do you think the African country should do more in the female football world? What are we lacking to get the ground running in the FIFA World Cup?
We are lacking a lot. We are lacking a lot, Mr. Presenter. A lot in African football. African football, how many sections of African football? Look at our men's football. It's not even in order. We are talking about female football. The leagues, the leagues we have, are you getting me? The league we have in African football is very, very poor and very, very bad. Female football in Africa, what happened to the male football in Africa? It's not even in order. The male league in the place of the female league, they are not even in order. Now, how many African female players, when you move down around the African country, of recent, it was only of recent that the CAF Champions League in African league were even organized. But I think Bayelsa happens to be the best player. We are not organized, so you should not expect Africa to do magic in the world football. When you have Sweden, you have Austria, you have Germany, and you have people like Canada and USA. Look at how organized this USA league is. You have one of the best leagues there. Washington Spirit, Washington DC, all these people, all these DC sort of a thing. And you're expecting Africa to go in and conquer the whole world. It's not going to happen. They can only do that with a little name. We only have few names. Aparano Zie, who plays for, I think, Olympic Marseille. We have Oshola, who plays for Barcelona, and Ashishan, who plays for Atletico Madrid. These are the few people we have. How many of them can you compare? And most of them, they play in a lower division in European football. So these are African boys that are African kids that are traveling. So it's not well in order. So they should go and develop their league. Once the league is being developed, how many facilities do we have? Even the male league is not even well developed. Then we are even talking about the female league. So African still has a long way to go in African football.
So we pray for Africa. At least we want at least one or two to move out of the group stage and make Africa proud. Coming back to Nigerian player, Ayas left Basi at home and they didn't take him to the preseason because last season he was not doing fine, and let's just say the error is from Ayas because I don't think they trusted Basi very well, and he moved for a record fee of 40 million, I think, from Rangers to Ayas. So now he's considering a move to Premier League. I think Everton or Newcastle like that. So what advice do you have for Basi?
Newcastle has nothing to do with such player because his position is not more needed. A lot of people are in his position. When you talk about people like Fulham or Everton, yes, I will accept that.
So which team do you think Basi can consider and bring back his form?
Let him go to Fulham.
Because he was doing well at Rangers.
Let him go to Fulham. Are you getting me? But when you're talking about him going to a place like Newcastle, the competition will be highly much for him. Are you getting me? He's a very nice player. He was a subject. He was also subject to racism by Ayas fans last season. So I would advise him to make a move. He's a promising young player. He's still young.
And he was very good at Rangers. Let him just turn around for him.
Are you getting me? So let him make a move. Just let him move. To me, let him move. Let him stop wasting his time. Are you getting me? Let him make a move.
Okay, Sadio Mane. There's a conspiracy in the Germany camp and Bayern Munich camp because yesterday he came out and said, "You people have been badmouthing me outside, like the media, and now you want me to talk." Do you think there is more to these words?
That is the problem we are having as a black player. You know, he has an issue with Sani in dressing room. Yes. And the Sani happens to be a German. And there's another thing. Same Sani forgot the roots where he came from. Sani is from Senegal. Are you getting me? Now, because he's playing for the German national team, what happened?
Even Germans are not that nice because they did it to Ozil and someone like that.
They did it to Ozil because Ozil is from
Turkey. You shouldn't trust him from where it is. You can just eat any glass.
Thank you very much. So I believe he needs to talk. Let him voice out his mind. And if I would advise him, let him move. Let him leave that particular club because everything will be moving towards him. Let him leave that particular because it's not going to be balancing. The balancing in the field of play It's not funny because most of the people that plays there are national team players, German national team players, and they are friends. So definitely, I think he's the only Senegal player that's one of the active players in the German team. So I hope and I believe that let him move out. Are you getting me?
Yes.
Somebody like Sadio Mane, this is a promising young player. I would advise him to move. This is a player that is not even short of gloves.
He has won the African best twice.
He has won everything in club football.
Yes.
So let him move. But if you're asking me that I should advise somebody like Mane that not to me, I will tell you that I am an enemy to Mane. Mane should move.
Okay, lastly, Tottenham, Harry Kane tell Tottenham to respect his decision. Tottenham don't want to release Harry Kane now, but now I think he's fed up of every decision taken by Tottenham. He wants to move, and Bayern is ready to pay his clauses, but Tottenham Hotspur is still being adamant to release Harry Kane.
I will see. Let me tell you, Harry Kane is one of the loyalists that Tottenham had. Remember, Harry Kane started his football career from Arsenal as a teenager. When he moved down to, because as a winger, view him as a player that could not be able to meet up with the standard of what he needed as a team. He moved him down to where? To Tottenham Academy. He became a player, somebody that started right from a childhood. At the age, I think in a few days' time, will be 30 years. Yes. Why not allow this young man to move? But it's going to be a slap, you know. The pressure is now on him. Do you know why? Somebody like him is now looking at himself. Look at somebody like Mason Mount. He's now a complete player in terms of club level. Champions League is there. Even look at somebody like Declan Rice have achieved a little.
Yes, the conference.
Are you getting me?
Yeah.
Most of these young boys that started at his back. Are you going to show your children tomorrow as a player that I was only given the best player in England? What are your trophies? Where are your trophy cabinets? Where will you be able to point to your children that this is where my cabinets are? So Tottenham should allow this young man to move because he has been loyal. He has respected their opinion. He has respected them a lot. Remember, they were not the only one coming for him. About 2 seasons ago, a club like Man City came for Harry Kane, but he refused to move because of that respect he has. That respect. So, do you know that? At the end of the day, do you know that Tottenham should have allowed the young man to move? Are you getting me? So you should be able to know. Are you getting me? But the point still remains that Tottenham would have allowed him to move. Are you getting me? That's it.
All right, thank you for that, sir. Thank you very much, sir. That's all we have in the sports newspaper. Tottenham should allow Harry Kane to leave. Then for Mbappe, I think he has the decision to take by himself. He is not a grown-up person to take decision for himself. For Morocco, you are 6-0. Don't think about it. It's part of the game. Now it's time for you to level up, then get prepared for the second game and the third game. Then for Osimhen, this is your chance to move big. This is your chance to move big. The EPL and everything is there for you. Choose wisely and make the world of Africa good. That's all we have today. Thank you. Subscribe, like, and subscribe to our channel. Bye.